Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm back with another video. Today, I'm actually going to be talking about Ninmah. She's actually in the Lost Book of Enki. She's pretty much one of the women who actually came from Nibiru and she came to the earth. So basically, she is the mother of Nibiru and the mother of Earth, you guys. She had children on the earth as well. So I'm going to get into this today, and we're going to be reviewing the Lost Book of Enki for the children of Israel, okay? And I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I just really want to get into some things to show you. Okay, here on this slide here we have Ninmah, mother of Israel, worthy to be praised. The mother descends from Nibiru. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just read what's on the slide. So on Nibiru, a new celestial chariot was soaring off, was prepared. New kinds of rocket ships, skyways, and that which Enki had designed, it was transporting. A fresh group of 50 from Nibiru it was taking. Chosen females among them were, by Ninmah, exalted lady, were they commanded, in succor and healing were they trained. Ninmah, exalted lady, a daughter of Anu, she was a half sister, not a full sister of Enki and Enlil she was. In succor and healing she was greatly learned. In the treating of ailments she excelled. To the complaints from earth she gave much attention. A healing was she preparing. The course of prior chariots on tablets of destinies recorded. Nagal its pilot did follow. Unharmed it reached the celestial god Lamu. It circled the planet. Slowly to its surface it descended. A faint beaming, a group of heroes allowed. Ninmah was going with them. Okay, so what we have here, you guys, is just the beginning part of when Ninmah actually takes her journey to come to the earth. So she and some other women got on a chariot and they came through our solar system from Nibiru, and they first went to Mars. So they landed on Mars first. Now, what I want to do is just get into some things here because we see that Ninmah, it says exalted lady. So I just want to talk about that just a little bit, you guys, so that everyone can kind of see and understand where all this praise and worship is coming from, okay? Which turned into religion, okay? So now what does exalt or exhausted means, okay? So it means placed at a high or powerful level, held in high regard. Exalt simply means hold someone or something in very high regard, think or speak very highly of. Okay, so I looked up some synonyms for exhausted, you guys, and it says high, high ranking, elevated, prominent, superior, lofty, grand. Some more synonyms here we have for exalt: glorify, extol, praise, pay homage to, pay tribute to, revere, reverence, venerate, worship. Okay, y'all see that? Deify, idolize, hold in high regard, hold in high esteem, look up to, put on a pedestal, magnify. These are all some of the things that we know to be in church today, you guys, with with religion, where you're praising God and worship and praise and all of this. This is where this all originally began from, you guys. You need to understand what really went on in the ancient times. They really held Ninmah very high. She was a high ranking being, okay? So she was elevated, you know what I'm saying? They did praise and worship her for who she was in the kingdom, okay? So we're going to move right on. Now, um, it says, I want to make a point, that our people in ancient times, pay homage or tribute to our ancestors. In the spiritual realm, some of our ancestors are now high ranking angels. We all are angels of light, you guys. Okay, so there is small and great in the kingdom of heaven. Some beings of light work harder than others. Some beings of light just do enough to get by. We see that now in the real world, okay? Just like you have people on the earth working to get their master's degree, likewise in the heavens, you guys, all right? So it's like I'm currently working on my master's degree in heaven to become a seraphim angel, okay? That's the highest rank of angels in the heavens, you guys. The seraphim are the closest angels to God, if you did not know that, okay? And that's also in the Bible with the seraphim and things like that. You see the cherubim. There are actually 9 ranks of angels. You can Google this and see all of the ranks of the angels, so you can understand the hierarchy of angels in the heavenly realms, okay? Now, just to let you know, I look up to my ancient ancestors because they have taught me so much knowledge and wisdom through the spirit, okay? So in essence, you know, when I'm like, oh, you know, I'm praising God, thank my ancestors, it's like I'm really thinking, you know, Enki, Thoth, Yeshua, like all the ascended masters, all the holy angels, everyone who have actually guided me in my spiritual journey, who guides me every single day of my life. It's like that's what I'm praising and worshiping, you guys. Like I know in my mind, in my consciousness, who I'm giving praise or worship to. I'm not just like giving praise and worship to an invisible being who I don't know. Okay, so this is actually like my ancestors, people that, you know, who came way before me in ancient times, and they passed down information because we are all ultimately connected to our ancestors, you guys, through our DNA. Okay, so all of the records of our ancestors are stored within our DNA, so you can have access to everything, even like memories and things like that. Okay, everything is stored in DNA. Okay, now so I just want to let you guys know that the angels have taught me many mysteries, okay? Most people just praise the Father, but I praise the Father and the Mother, okay? You can't leave out the Mother, okay? The source of all life. You just cannot do that, okay? That's already an imbalance right there if you just give praise to the Father and not the Mother, okay? This is why everything has been going on right now in the age of Pisces. It's just been all masculine energy. No. Sorry, that time is over. The mother, that feminine energy is now rising back, and the women are coming back in power right now because we're balancing out everything, okay? Now, as for my ancient ancestors, you know, I praise the mother Ninmah, you know, because she has shown me many things about myself. Okay, so she lives through me, through my DNA. You know, it's like once I became one with the mother, it was all over. Okay, all the portals in heaven began to open to me. The mother has been teaching me in the spirit, and her teachings are far beyond anything that I know. Okay, see, she is so creative, you guys. You have no idea, just the whole energy, the feminine energy is very creative. So you have to understand this on an energetic level, okay? Not just a physical being. I'm talking about the spiritual, okay? The spiritual mother, okay? As above, so below. What you have in the spiritual realms will manifest within us on the physical realm, okay? You need to understand this on a higher level. Everything that is in the spiritual realms will manifest in the physical realm. So we manifest as these gods and goddesses. We have those divine feminine and divine masculine energies within us, okay? We are all angels of the Most High. We are all angels in the entire universe, you guys, every last one of us, okay? All this separating everybody and saying this person is this, at the end of the day, when you come out of this vessel, you are a light being, okay? Now, some people are brighter than others, okay? Some lights are dim, okay? And some are in just complete darkness, okay? Now, let's keep it moving. So, you guys, the Anunnaki were known as gods in history. They simply were held in high regard. Okay, many of us show love and respect to our elders. Okay, so it's the same thing with honoring your ancestors or your forefathers. You know, I want to let you know that as beings of light, we must understand that, what it feels like to be raised high and low. Okay, we must understand ourselves as electromagnetic beings. Okay, just like a wave of energy goes up and it comes down, that's us as well. Okay, our consciousness has went up to high levels, and then some of them go down to very low levels of consciousness, and that's where we as humanity fail, okay, throughout the ages. And now right now we're ascending back up, okay, we're raising our vibration back up, we're raising back up higher again. I hope you guys can understand that. I'm trying to break it down as simple as I can. Now we do have the ability to shift between energies, you guys. There are higher energies and lower energies in the universe, and it must manifest in the physical world, okay? Now, the third dimension was created to show you light and darkness, or polarity, okay? So you need to understand the knowledge of good and evil and where that really comes from, okay? Okay, on this slide here, we're going to talk about higher knowledge from the mother of the universe, connecting to the divine feminine energies. All right, I'm going to read this to you guys. I wrote this down the other day, so I just want to share this here. So consciousness is infinite, and it is expanding through all regions of space-time. We all exist within infinite worlds. There are worlds within worlds in all of space. You just can't see it with the naked eye. You must see it with your inner eye, the third eye, the eye of Ra. You are light, and you are vibrating right now, shape-shifting between multiple levels of consciousness, okay? We exist in all dimensions simultaneously. We are one with the infinite. Once your soul realizes this, your consciousness will rise and expand to higher levels of understanding and wisdom. At some point in time, your soul will be able to comprehend the whole, which is the all expanding consciousness. Love is the key to awaken your soul. Surrender to love, surrender to pure love consciousness. The children of the light can change the world. Nothing is set in stone. Energy is always shifting and transforming. Start with being the change in the world. I know many people hear this all the time, but if you truly change your life and cleanse your inner world, things will change for the better in the outer world. Brothers and sisters, okay? You must be the change in our world. Be the light. Be the love that you seek. It may not be easy, but you can do anything as long as you focus your awareness on it. Things are quickly changing in our world. The world has been missing love. I'm telling you, if humanity returns to love, there will be a huge shift in the collective consciousness. Remember always that love dispels all darkness and evil. Collectively, we can heal the whole world. Many souls may not understand this right now, but it's the truth. In the beginning, there is one love, one collective consciousness that divided itself over and over again into many beings of light. I am here to tell you to be the light even in the times of darkness. Continue to spread love, joy, and peace even in a time like this. Don't lose hope. Don't lose your faith. We will always make it through. Continue to raise your vibration, brothers and sisters, okay? So right now, the children of the light are balancing the light and the darkness in this world. Remember, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. I tell you a mystery. Once you balance your own light and darkness, you can balance the earth's pole, okay? I'm telling you a mystery, okay? This is something that was taught in the ancient times. I'm just giving you a little bit of the revelation of these mysteries, okay? Light and darkness, you guys, this is negative and positive energy, okay? We are electromagnetic beings, okay? And we are all connected to the source field that connects around the Mother Earth, okay? So the energies of the universe flows through all of us, and we are all interconnected to the source field or the cosmic web, okay? You are light, and you are surrounded by darkness, which is space, okay? You are the light in the darkness or in space, you guys. So you're the light that's in the space right now, all right? We are all connected to the Mother Earth, and we all influence the energy field surrounding Earth, all right? I want to let you guys know that wisdom stands at the gates, and she calls for your help, all right? We must learn to balance ourselves, and when I say wisdom stands at the gates, I am talking about the Mother Earth, okay? When I'm talking about wisdom, I'm talking about the Mother Earth. She is a living, conscious being, you guys. I know a lot of people don't want to accept the fact that Mother Earth is a female or whatever the case may be. I'm just here to tell you, Mother Earth has awakened, okay? And she is not playing with y'all, okay? So you need to get it together as well. A lot of people always think like, okay, judgment and everything is coming from outer space. No, Mother Earth got her own weapons on the earth. And when I say weapons, I'm talking about natural disasters, okay? I'm talking about volcanoes erupting, because that actually comes from the core of her being, okay? So don't piss her off, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. All right, now we're gonna keep moving here. Now I want you guys to actually return to 0 point. If y'all don't know what that is, you need to do research, figure out what this stuff means. When I'm saying key points, you don't know what it is, look it up. Only those who are pure in heart shall, understand the messages, or my messages, on a higher level. Okay, so you have to really search deep within your soul and find the source of your being. Okay, so I'm asking you guys, that people who are listening to my videos, what does your heart truly desire? Ask yourself this: what does my heart desire? Like, really think about this. Is it love, you guys, or is it something else? What is it that you really desire in this world? What is it that you want? What is it that you want for your life, brothers and sisters? Do you want to live in fear all your life, or do you want to live in love? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be filled with joy? Do you want to smile and just be happy, or do you want to be sad and angry all the time and just be mad at the whole world? You decide that, brothers and sisters. You can be the change, and you need to start today, not tomorrow or next week. Start making the changes in your life today, right now. Okay, you can change your vibration. You can, like I say, you are light. You can shape shift. Okay, you can shift everything, you guys. When you start to shift, the world around you will start to shift as well. Now, so take the time to meditate on that, brothers and sisters. Okay, heal thyself. Okay, with self-love. A lot of people always seeking love outside of themselves. You have to love you. You have to love yourself, brothers and sisters. Stop trying to seek love from everybody else, because then when you don't receive that love from people, then they start to disappoint you, and then you start feeling, oh, I'm not worthy, or you start feeling all these crazy emotions and stuff. No, you need to learn to love yourself. Okay, once you learn to love yourself, then you will be able to love others. That is the key. Moving right on. Okay, I'm going to continue with giving you some information, some higher knowledge to you guys right now, just by me just been connecting to the feminine energies. Okay, the mother, this is what the mother has been teaching me. Okay, now I'm a direct channel, okay, or a portal for these higher energies that are descending on the earth right now. I'm sharing the messages that I'm receiving through the spirit. Follow the spirit, brothers and sisters. Okay, follow the Holy Spirit. Okay, because the spirit is pure and undefiled. Okay, pure energies are coming through the gates of heaven. Okay, if you truly believe in Christ returning, he's already here. Okay, Christ is the higher light. Christ is higher consciousness, you guys. All right, the Spirit of God never left. He always exists, always and forever, and the light of God exists within you. I hope you know that by now. Okay, so many people say they are one with God and still don't understand that the God force operates through all of us. We are all one with God. Okay, you have to understand on a much higher level that God is all things. God is light and darkness. God is a perfect balance between positive and negative energy. The Christ energy is balanced. God is at the center of all of creation. The Christ understands both good and evil and understands the awakening of the soul. Okay, we all must grow in knowledge and wisdom. We all must progress towards the light. Okay, light is information, you guys. Knowledge awakens the soul, and it sets the soul free from ignorance. Awaken, my dear ones, to your higher self, because you are worthy and you are definitely loved by God. Okay, now you will see some images that I have up here. Just wanted to give you a little visual of the chakra systems of the body, you guys. You see that? You got the little 7 chakras. You need to learn about that. Look it up. Don't be afraid. A lot of people are like, oh no, I'm scared. No, look it up. See what it's talking about? Get knowledge, people. Stop being afraid. Fear not. Okay, chakra centers of the body. This is great for healing the physical body and also connecting to the higher realms, the spiritual realms. You see, these are portals in your body, and you can actually access certain dimensions. Mm? So you need to figure this stuff out, you guys. If you see that crown chakra, and it connects you to the higher heavens, okay? And you see here with the electromagnetic field around the earth, you see that field around the Mother Earth? You are connected to that electromagnetic field. And you see right under that where it says electromagnetic field of the heart? Yeah, you have electromagnetic field. Okay, so you have this field of energy that is around you. And you see those 7 chakras, all of that stuff is all connected. Okay, so you need to understand this on a higher level. Okay, right here, you also see the Vesica Pisces is a symbol made from the 2 circles of the same radius and intersecting in such a way that the center of each circle lies on the circumference of the other. You see that? Okay, think about one side being the positive and the other being the negative. You see in the middle, it's like a balance. Okay, it's like merging of the 2. You see that? The divine feminine and the divine masculine uniting, you guys. You have the Christ in the center, in the middle of the 2 intersecting. And you will see more of this when you even go into the flower of life and how it just kept dividing itself. You guys need to understand this on a higher level, okay? So you understand the duality, you know, it's positive and negative. Balance these 2 energies, you guys. Balance them. Let's move on. Okay, so this happened on July the 6th, 2019. I was actually fasting, you guys, during this time because this was the time when I actually awakened spiritually. I awakened on July the 2nd, 2012, and I had dreams and visions for 7 days. Okay, so this time came around again and I was fasting, and this is what happened, you guys. Before I went into this experience, you guys, I was actually listening to something about Thoth. Okay, I was listening to something about Thoth and his spaceship being under the Sphinx, and he was comparing some things with Yeshua. And this is what happened, you guys. The spirit took me. This is what happened. I didn't do anything. All I did was fall asleep in the middle of the video, and this is what happened. Okay. Now, I was laying in my bed, and I'm gonna just read it. My third eye was open. Okay, you guys. So this is what happened. As I was in the bed, I had my eyes closed, falling asleep. All of a sudden, I saw in space a spiral that was opening. It opened up right where my third eye is at. I saw a vortex spinning. It started to open up, you guys. All right. So as I went through this vortex, okay, I saw my body laying on the surface of the earth. Okay, so I was one with the Mother Earth. I was laying on the earth. Okay, as my body was laying on the earth, suddenly the earth's crust broke up. Okay, and there was a great earthquake. I accelerated high up in the air with chunks of rocks flying all around me. No longer am I bound. In that moment, I was aware, I was conscious, you guys, that I was in the middle of a spinning wheel. So my consciousness was inside of the spinning wheel, you guys, which is this Merkaba. Listen, the spinning wheel was my light ship, or my Merkaba, and it was activated. As I ascended from the earth, my Merkaba began spinning and I started turning downwards. Okay. I was light as a feather and free in space, not bound to the earth's gravity. My inner voice said, what goes up must come down. When I said that, it triggered a command, you guys. Y'all, this is what happened. As soon as I did that, I started speeding down towards the earth. I was in the land of Egypt, y'all. As I was in this Merkaba speeding towards the land of Egypt, the gate was open and I traveled through a vortex of purple light. Okay? Remember I told y'all about the chakras? I was traveling in my higher chakras, y'all. I was in the higher realms. Okay? So keep that in mind when I'm talking about colors. Okay? So I was in the crown chakra, that portal. All right? So I was in my Merkaba traveling through this portal, through this vortex. And it opened up a gate in the land of Egypt for me. So as I went through the gate, you guys, guess what I saw, y'all? Woo, God, that's crazy. I saw walls of hieroglyphics, pillars spread throughout the halls of a temple. There were rooms filled with treasures of Egypt. I saw all sacred knowledge and wisdom that was stored within the rooms of this etheric temple. Etheric, y'all. It was a spiritual temple, y'all. This wasn't physical. This was in the spiritual realms, okay? I was traveling through the space within the earth, and it seemed like it was like I was underwater traveling on a spiritual boat. Y'all know about that boat in Egypt? Y'all. I was like on this little spiritual boat, okay? So space, it seemed like it was like an ocean, okay? And my consciousness was like traveling through this space, and it seemed like it was water, you know what I'm saying? So my consciousness was actually observing all of the ancient knowledge and wisdom that was actually stored, you guys, within these secret chambers or rooms in the underworld, you guys. This is crazy. It appeared that I had entered into a hidden dimension that stored all of the records of the land of ancient Egypt. I saw many symbols, artworks. I saw the Sphinx. I saw the pharaohs. It was just too much information that was actually hidden in this dimension, y'all. It was like somebody had stored all of these records in this space, in this etheric space, you guys. So I journeyed from room to room, y'all. It was like so many rooms, y'all. It was like I was journeying from, my consciousness was traveling in my Merkaba from room to room, and each room had different information in them. I remember my inner voice say, take me to the temple of Dendera. No lie. Oh my God. It was like, take me to the temple of Dendera. It was like I was making a command, okay? As I continued, y'all, to travel, I noticed that I kept entering through vortexes. So it was like multiple vortexes or portals that kept opening up, and each vortex kept leading me to a different room where there was information stored. So I saw a room filled with the little scarabs, the scorpions. I saw a room that was filled with like infinite triangles, y'all. It was like infinite, like it was like all this geometry. Oh my God, y'all. It was like I don't know. Okay, it was just too much. Okay, and I was trying to get a glimpse of everything because I didn't want the experience to end. So I was like trying to hurry up and capture everything with my memory so that when I got up, I would remember and I would write it down. Okay, so it was like I was traveling through these hidden worlds, these hidden dimensions in this space in the land of Egypt, and so then I continued to travel through the portals, and every time I would go to another portal, you guys, I saw like a purple, like a crystalline core. It was like a stone or something. Like it was purple. It was purple crystals or something. And I was like, what, you know what I'm saying? And And my heart kept telling me that I was journeying, y'all, to the center of the earth. Y'all, that's what I felt where I was being led to, because I kept going downwards. I kept spiraling downward inside of the earth. And I felt like my consciousness was leading me to the core of the planet. So I was like, oh my God, am I going in the center of Mother Earth? Oh my God, is she leading me to the center of her being? Like, oh my God, because I remember I told you I was one with her, I was lying with her and everything on the earth. So I was like, this is interesting. So, y'all, I just really wanted to share that. I don't want to go too off topic here, but I wanted to tell you guys what happened to me when I was actually just listening. I was fasting. I did a water fast. Um, it was during the time of my awakening that I had, in 2012, and then I was listening to some information about Thoth, and it was talking about how he has like this hidden chamber under the pyramid in Egypt, and how he hid his spaceship under the Sphinx. And by listening to all of that, because I was like, man, I just wish that Thoth can like talk to me. Like if he can just show me where these hidden worlds are at, I want to see. And y'all, I went into a doggone vision, and I went through these vortexes, and I was in the land of Egypt. So I was like, oh my God. So I was just like, wow. And y'all, when I tell y'all, like ever since then, I have had some of the best experiences in my Merkaba. Um, my amethyst stone that I have, y'all. I had my amethyst stone, and I was like trying to learn a little bit more about stones and stuff and crystals. And I went to sleep with my amethyst stone by me because I like the color purple. So I had the stone by me. And you guys, when I tell you that I went into another experience in my Merkaba, I was laying in the bed again. And I was like trying to stay up because I do a lot of reading and stuff. So I was like trying to fight it. I was fighting sleep, and I was like, man, I just got to keep reading. I got to keep reading. So I was like, boom, I couldn't take it no more. So my eyes started to slowly shut. Soon as I closed my eyes, boom, I was inside of something again. I was like, oh my God, man, my Merkaba again is activating. And I heard, y'all, the sound of the wheels, of the rotating energy. I heard it. It was so loud. It was like it was cranking up, like it was starting up, like I was in a vehicle, like your engine and everything. It was like whoosh, 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 whoosh. It was like winds and stuff. I was like, oh my God, like this is a whirlwind. It was like I was in a tornado, y'all. It was like, oh my God. I felt like I was in the middle of a tornado, like for real. The winds, it was just whoosh, whoosh. It was like really loud. And I was like, oh my God, it's loud, it's loud, it's loud. And I was like, okay, 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 okay. I was like, oh no, I'm about to move, y'all, I'm about to move. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to take off, I'm about to take off, y'all. Soon as I said that, it was like, boom. And I just went through space so fast, and I was traveling, and I was like, ah! I was like, stop, 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 stop. And I was like, oh my God, this is like hyperdrive speed. And I was like, oh my God, this thing, I'm in this Merkaba. I don't know how to control it. Where am I going to go? I don't know what dimension I'm going into. Y'all, I went blasting through space time. Like, what? Like, I was in my house, y'all. I traveled through the rooms in my house. Suddenly, I was somewhere else in another dimension, and I was in somebody else's house. And I saw everything, their rooms, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in somebody's house. And it was like, boom, and I went through again, and I was like somewhere else. And then I landed. I don't know where I was, y'all. I was like in it was an open field, and there was I don't know if I was here on this planet. I think I was. I don't know what state I was in, but wherever this place was at, it was an open field, and it was a road, and my consciousness was in the car of the people that was riding in the car, and they was like looking up at the sky, and they was like saw ships coming out the clouds, and I saw light ships, y'all, coming out of the clouds. And then I was like, oh my God, can they see me? Can they see me in my Merkaba? So I'm like, oh my God, I got to go. So as I was like looking behind me, y'all, the ships came following behind me. Oh my God, y'all, they got behind me. The ships started, like I was at the head of the fleet. And I was like, oh my God, where am I at the head of this fleet? So I was like, okay. And I was like, I got to go. I got to get back in my body. So I went in, and it's like they pushed me. I promise y'all, I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what I was doing in my macabre, and I think they came to help me because they saw me. They can see you if you're in your macabre traveling. Light ships and higher dimensional beings can actually see you, and they can actually guide you on your macabre travels and stuff. So this fleet came behind me, and they led me back because I was started spiraling up. I went to a portal. I started spiraling up, y'all. I felt myself going up a vortex, spiraling up, and then when I went up the spiral, I ended up back in my room, y'all. I was back in my room. I opened my eyes, and I still felt my whole body was vibrating, y'all, from head to toe. It was like the energies were so intense. I was like, oh my God, did this just happen? And I got up, and I was like, I just had my eyes closed, like, for a minute, and I just experienced all of that. And that's when I was like, time is not like what everybody think. I felt like I was gone for a long time, and then when I woke up, it was like a minute or two had only passed by in the real world. So I was like, what in the world? So I was ahead of this fleet that was coming in. I was like, oh man, what is going on? So I thought this was so interesting, you guys, because that amethyst stone that I had near me, I had another dream, and when it was by me, I remember picking it up in the dream, and I put it towards my ear, and I heard a sound that was emitting from the crystals. It was like energy was coming out of the crystal, and I was like, what is going on? And then as I looked at the amethyst stone, my whole body started vibrating, y'all. It was like that stone was my stone. Y'all, it's like that minute stone is my stone, and it was like it activates me. So y'all know I got my little minute stone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might want to get y'all one because y'all might have some interesting experiences as well with that. But yo, that was so interesting. I'm like, this is nuts. And I was like, okay, everybody all scared of the macabre. Oh my God. Yo, you need to activate your macabre because yo, you could be traveling through time and space and stuff like that. And I didn't do anything, y'all. It just happened. That's how I know, like, if you continue to do the spiritual work and you operate in love, love is the key that's going to activate your macabre. I'm telling you, y'all. I was in my macabre. Then I had another experience, y'all. I was in my macabre, and what happened was, oh my God, that's how I know you could go through time and space because I was in it. And I had another experience. By this time, I got used to it. So I was like, oh boy, I was like, dang, okay, I'm out. And I was like, man, I want to go this way. But it was like, nope. And it was like my, I guess it's like a little compass or whatever. It went down, and I dropped down, y'all, through space. And it was like, no, I wanted to go the other way, but I didn't go the other way. I went straight down, y'all, and I went to 2017. I don't know where I was at, but I was at some type of concert, and everybody was having fun. They was clapping and stuff. I was like, am I really in this place? Can they see me? Nobody couldn't see me, but I could see everybody else. And I was like, oh my God, so I'm like a spirit to them. Like, I'm invisible. Like, they don't even know I'm here, but I'm in 2017, but I'm actually on Earth, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is going on? So that's why, like, the creator was teaching me all this stuff. And I was like, what is going on? I'm like, everybody sitting up here, trying to tell me how life is. And I'm like, yo, I experienced this for myself. I'm not making this up. I was in my bed going to sleep like everybody else go to sleep. I didn't do no meditation. I didn't do nothing. All I did was lay down and go to sleep. And it was activated. My pineal gland just, boom, activated. Okay? So I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm like, I'm connected to the spiritual realms and stuff. So I was just traveling and stuff. And then I was like, okay, I got to go back. And I was like, okay, I got to go back. After I was in a little concert in 2017, I was like, yo, I got to go back. So as I started to go back, I felt my macabre, it went upwards again. So it started to go north. So I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, okay, all this. So I'm trying to learn directions and stuff in space and direct my compass and everything like that. They say, okay, let me go here or there. So it's like I went back, and then I came back into my body. And then when I got back in my body, y'all, I saw a flash of light, and the light was magenta. Okay, it was a magenta color. Okay, that color has been on my light ship. That's the color that is my light ship. So it was, magenta. So you can look up the color magenta and see what that means and stuff like that. Magenta chakra, things like that. Yeah. So let's move on. I don't know if you guys like hearing stuff like this. If you do, put in the comments, let me know. I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys since I had this Star of David up and this macabre up. I wanted to give you guys a little bit more background on the macabre and what you can actually do with this. Okay. So let's go here. Now, I'm gonna really go. Let me read this thing because I'm playing. Okay, so it says, tell your loved ones that you love them. Speak words of encouragement. Guard your tongue and speak kindly. Raise your voice and let love flow through you. Love is such a powerful word. Love is the highest vibration in the universe. All of us have been created by God's love. We are all special in his eyes. We are the apple of God's eye. The Most High is love, my brothers and sisters, and the mother is here to tell you this, okay? Stop fighting with your brothers and sisters. Stop killing your brothers and sisters. Stop being jealous. Let me put that in there. Stop being jealous of your brothers and sisters as well, you guys, okay? So the war must end now, okay? We have to stop this between ourselves, okay? Stop. Just stop this. Stop fighting. Stop warring with your brothers and sisters, man. I got to put that out there. Y'all, we supposed to be helping one another, okay? Put your weapons down and learn how to battle it out in the right way. Talk to each other and work it out, okay? I'm a peacemaker, so I'm going to always be like, we got to work this thing out, okay? I don't want to fight, okay? We need to get this thing together because I like to be happy. I don't want to be sad. I don't like to be angry. I like to be in good spirits, okay? So that's just part of my nature, you guys. I'm just a peacemaker, period, okay? Now, I've always been trying to get people together, friends together. I always was the one that always try to make peace with everybody, but everybody was always like, they just wasn't with it. So I'm like, okay, well, let me move on then. You don't want to be my friend? Fine. Let me move on to something else, okay? Like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for drama. I don't have time for ignorance, and I don't have time to be around people who got a low vibration and still like to be with all that drama. That's not me. That's not my lifestyle, baby, okay? You got love over here, okay? But you guys, the commandment has always been love, okay? It's never going to change. It's never, ever, ever going to change, okay? So praise and give honor to the Most High, okay? The one which is truly love energy, okay? This is the source of all pure consciousness, okay? And with this pure consciousness, you guys, light beings or angels are actually created from this pure consciousness in the universe, okay? So all is energy and all is vibration, okay? So we have to understand these things on a much higher level, okay? All that I speak already exists within the quantum field, okay? It's in space-time. As you can see, everything I've been experiencing with my macabre, this stuff exists, y'all. It's already there. I just had access to it and traveling through my own chakra systems and portals, okay? And the creator of all allowed me to do that, okay? I didn't do anything particular but just have love in my heart, and that is what activated my macabre, you guys. The more and more I got closer to the Most High, the more closer I got to loving my brothers and sisters, the more I started loving myself, the more that I started to be kind towards other people and doing things that actually help people, not talking about people. This is what the Most High did for me. Opened up my chakras, opened up these gates for me so that I can see the universe, okay? So that I can see what this is all about, okay? Now, I just want to let y'all know, I just have the ability, to access the source, okay, and break things down for you, okay, to help you understand things on, understand the bigger pictures. That's why I'm here. I'm just trying to break things down for you so to help you understand what's going on, okay. I want you to know that you are a direct link to God, okay, which is the source, okay. All you have to do, you guys, is reconnect to the source. Don't separate yourself from God. Realign your heart again with pure love. Okay. Return to the Garden of Eden. Okay. When things were pure. Okay. All that I speak comes from my higher self, you guys. My higher mind. Okay. Just to let you guys know, I was transformed by the Holy Spirit, okay, and the love of God, okay, purified my soul, all right. So the higher energies of God actually cleansed out all impurities within my energy field. Okay, so my thoughts were renewed, my heart was restored. Okay, so the temple of God, okay, which is your body, okay, my body has been restored. Okay, you have to understand that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by God. Y'all need to understand that on a higher level. That's why you have to take care of yourselves, take care of your bodies. Okay. Okay, and I just got a scripture here. This is one of my favorite, y'all. I love this. The Wisdom of Solomon 7:25. For she is the breath of the power of God and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore, can no defiled thing fall into her. Okay, this is all this pure stuff, y'all. Prana, breathing, air. Y'all better do some meditations, okay? Calm down. You get mad, just breathe, okay? Take a break, breathe, calm down, okay? Let's go to the next screen. Okay, you guys. Now, what I am going to do, I am going to be reading Tablet 4 from the Lost Book of Enki. You're going to see here where Ninmah, when she went to the planet Mars, okay? So the rest of this is going to be me reading from the Lost Book of Enki because I just want to show you more that's in the Lost Book of Enki so that you can see them traveling to the earth and, you know, you can kind of see what they were doing, okay? So I'm just going to read this. All right. So beside a lake shore, Anzu they found. From his helmet, the signals were beaming. Anzu himself was without motion. Prostrate, he lay dead. Ninmah touched his face. To his heart she gave attention. From her pouch she took out the pulsar. Upon Anzu's heart pulsing she directed. From her pouch she took out the emitter. Its crystals, life-giving emissions on his body she directed. 60 times did Ninmah direct the pulsar. 60 times the emitter she directed. On the 60th time, Anzu, his eyes open, with his lips he motioned. So you guys can see here where she was bringing him back to life because he was dead. Okay, she brought him back to life with some type of healing crystal, something. I don't know. It was something, some type of technology that they have apparently that we don't have. I don't know. It says crystals, life-giving, so I guess it's based off of some crystals or something. I don't know. Okay, so gently upon his face, Ninmah, water of life poured, his lips with it wetting, gentle into his mouth the food of life she placed. Then the miracle did happen. Anzu from the dead arose. It's like a resurrection. About Elelu, they him then inquire of Elelu's death, Anzu them told. He led them to a great rock from the plain heavenward protruding. There to them what had happened he was telling. Elelu, soon after the landing, from unremitting pain to scream began. From his mouth, his inwards, he was spitting. In agony, he peered over the wall. Thus was Anzu to them saying, he led them to a great rock, like a mountain from the plain heavenward rising. In the great rock, a cave I found, Elelu's corpse therein I hid. Its entrance with stones I covered. So was Anzu to them saying, they followed him to the rock. The stones they removed, the cave they entered. Inside what of Elelu remained they found. He who once on Nibiru, a king, was a pile of bones, was in a cave now lying. For the first time in our annals, a king not on Nibiru has died. Not on Nibiru was he buried. So did Ninmah say, let him in peace for eternity rest, she was saying. They, the cave's entrance, again with stones covered, the image of Elelu upon the great rock mountain with beams they carved. They showed him wearing an eagle's helmet, his face they made uncovered. Let the image of Elelu forever gaze toward Nibiru that he ruled, toward the earth whose gold he discovered. So Ninmah, exalted lady, in the name of her father Anu did declare, as for you, Anzu, to you, Anu, the king, his promise shall be keeping. 20 heroes with you here shall remain, the way stations building to begin. Rocket ships from earth, the golden ores shall here deliver. Celestial chariots from here, the gold to Nibiru shall then transport. So they set up a little space station on Mars, you guys, and they also had one on the earth. Okay, this is where it was a place for the chariots. All right. And also you guys can look up online the face on Mars. This is a Lelu. Okay, you can look it up online. They have images of a face on Nibiru, and that's his face. Okay, hundreds of heroes their abode on Lamu, which is Mars, shall make. You, Anzu, shall be their commander. Thus did the great lady, in the name of her father Anu, to Anzu say, my life I owe to you, great lady. So y'all see that, how he was thanking her, praising her basically, because she saved his life. Okay, so was Anzu saying, my gratitude to Anu shall limits not have. From the planet Mars the chariot departed, toward earth the journey it continued. So now she was making her way to the earth. All right, so this is going to be tablet 5, Lost Book of Enki. Ninmah arrives on the earth with a group of female nurses. Okay, from the planet Lamu, the chariot departed. Toward earth, the journey it continued. Around the moon, they made circuits, a way station thereon to explore. So it looks like they had a little spaceport on the moon, you guys. See how the Anunnaki set up a whole bunch of stuff throughout this solar system? Now, around the earth they made circuits toward a splashdown slowing. In the waters beside Eridu did Nagal the chariot bring down. To a quay by Enlil constructed. They stepped off. Boats were no longer needed. Enlil and Enki, their sister, with embraces greeted. With Nagal, the pilot, they locked arms. The heroes, male and female, by the present heroes were with shouts greeted. All that the chariot had brought was quickly unloaded. Rocket ships and sky ships, and the tools by Enki design, and provisions of all kinds. Of all that on Nibiru transpired of the death and burying of Elelu, Ninmah, her brothers, told of the way station on Mars and the commanding by Anzu. She to them related. Enki of that utter approval, and Leah words of bewilderment uttered. That is Anu's decision. Anu, you guys, is the king of Nibiru. He sits on the throne. Okay, his name Anu actually means the Most High. Do your research? It's there. That is Anu's decision. His word is unalterable. Ninmah to Enlil was saying, for the milady's relief I have brought. Ninmah to her brother said, from her pouch a bag of seeds she brought out, seeds in the soil to be sown. A host of bushes from the seeds shall sprout, a juicy fruit they will produce. The juice an elixir shall form, for drinking by the heroes it shall be good. So she was making an elixir, you guys, in the Garden of Eden. These are the seeds. She was growing plants in the Garden of Eden. And remember the trees, y'all? The tree of life? Y'all better put this stuff together. It was healing, okay? Natural herbs and plants and stuff that was in the garden that was actually healed the people of Nibiru. Their ailments it will chase away. Happier their mood it shall make. In a cool place the seeds need to be sown. By warmth and water need they nourishing. So did Ninmah to her brother say, the place that for this is perfect. I will to you show. And Lil to her said, it is where the landing place was fashioned, where an abode of cedar wood I have made. In Lil's skyship, the two of them, in Lil and Ninmah skyward soared to the landing place in the snow-covered mountains by the cedar forest. Brother and sister went. On the great stone platform the skyship landed. To Enlil's abode they went. From the pouch of Ninmah the seeds were obtained. In the valley soil they were sown, a fruit from Nibiru on earth to be grown. You hear that? A fruit from Nibiru on earth to be grown. And the sky ship Enlil and Ninmah to Eridu returned. On the way Enlil to her the landscape showed. The Eden's extent to her he showed. From the skies Enlil to her his plans explained. An everlasting plan have I designed. To her he was saying, that which for all time construction shall determine, I have laid out. Away from Eridu, where dry land begins, my quarter shall be. Larsa will be its name, a place for directing it shall become. On the banks of the Baronu, the river of deep waters, will it be located, a twin thereof, a city shall it future arise. Lagash I shall name it. Between the two on the plains a line have I drawn, 60 leagues thereafter a healing city shall come into being. Y'all hear that? A healing city shall come into being. A city of your own it shall be. Shurabak, the heaven city I shall name it. On the center line it shall be located. To the fourth city it shall be leading. Nibiru, earth's crossing place, I will name it. A bond, heaven, earth, in it I shall establish. You see that? He was establishing a healing center for Ninmah. That's where her and the angels, the nurses, was going to be working out of. So they have like a little healing center, like a little medical, like, you get sick, you go to the doctor. It had like a little center for healing, and the women worked in those centers. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading here, but I want to mention something as I was just stating on the last screen, where Enlil actually was going to create a healing center for his sister, so that the nurses and them could work out of. A thought just came to my mind. Y'all remember that movie Black Panther? Where they had all this technology and stuff, and remember his sister, and how she pretty much was like good with the whole technology, and she healed the man and stuff like that. And he actually at towards the end of the movie, he actually was creating her a center for her so that she could work out. Remember that, y'all, on Black Panther? Y'all better put this stuff together. And guess what? They descended on a ship. It was like they went to the hood. Remember that? Think about Black Panther. Go back. After I'm reading all this stuff, go back to Black Panther and look at that movie. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Okay? Let's move on. So let me go ahead and just finish reading, as it's going to be the last slide here. Okay, so the tablets of destinies, it shall house all missions it will control. With Eridu, 5 cities there shall be counted. To eternity they shall exist. On a crystal tablet, Enlil to Ninmah, the master plan was showing. On the tablet she saw more markings. Of them of Enlil she inquired. Beyond the 5 cities, a chariot place I shall henceforth build. From Nibiru to earth directly to arrive. Enlil to her was responding. Why by Anu's plans for Lamu? Enlil was bewildered. Ninmah then understood. My brother, magnificent is your plan for the 5 cities. To him, Ninmah was saying, the creation of Shurabak, the city for healing, as my abode for my own to be is a matter for which grateful I am. So she was all happy, y'all. She was like, oh my God, I got my city of healing. I got my own like center where I'm going to be stationed at on the earth. She was making all elixirs and stuff like that, y'all. Now, beyond that plan, do not transgress your father, your brother too. Do not offend. So she was up here talking to Enlil. Like, she was wise, y'all. She was like, look, don't transgress your father. She was like, don't disobey your father. Do not offend your brother Enki. Look, you are wise as well as beautiful. See how she was all positive, y'all? Was like trying to like encourage her brother and was just like, look, you need to be obedient to the father, okay? And you need to pretty much like respect your brother, okay? Now, and then it says, Enlil to her said, in the Abzu, Enki plans was also conceiving where to build his house, where for heroes' dwellings to prepare, where the bowels of the earth to enter. In his skyship, the extent of the Abzu he measured. Its districts he did carefully survey. So they were surveying the land, y'all, when they were here. You know, and Lid was building his little place. Enki was gonna have his little place where he built his little house and stuff. Ninmah was gonna have her little area, you know what I'm saying? So a distant land the Abzu was, beyond the waters from the Eden it was away. A rich land it was, bursting with riches, perfect in fullness. Okay. Mighty rivers rushed across the region. Great waters there rapidly flowed. And abode by the flowing waters Enki for himself established to the midst of the Abzu. To a place of pure waters Enki betook himself. In that land, the place of deepness Enki determined for the heroes into earth's bowels to descend. The earth sputter Enki there established, therewith in the earth a gash to make, by way of tunnels, earth's inwards to reach, the golden veins to uncover. Nearby that which crunches and that which crushes, he and placed the golden bearing oars to crutch and crush, by sky ships to be carried to the landing place in the cedar mountains, to be brought therefrom by rocket ships to the way station on Lamu, to be transported. On earth more heroes were arriving, some to the Eden where were assigned, some in the Abzu tasks were given. Larsu and Largash by Enlil were constructed. Shurubak for Ninmah he did establish, with her therein a host of female healers were dwelling, young ones who give succor. And Nibiru Enlil, a bond heaven earth was assembling. From there all missions to command between Eridu and the Abzu, Enki was journeying back and forth for supervising he went. So I'm just going to end that right there, you guys, but you can see how they was basically establishing different, you know, locations on the earth for all of them, how they was all setting up their little, you know, dwelling places on the earth, and how they were making a bond between heaven and earth. They made their little space stations. They had space stations here on the earth. They had it on Mars. They had it on the moon. And they was basically trying to transport the gold to their planet so it could heal their atmosphere. So that was the actual mission of why they came down to the earth. This is what you would know as your they say the fallen angels. Okay. There was a group of beings who were on Mars that was working on Mars, the Igigi, and we'll get into that a little later on. But they actually, those were the troublemakers. I don't know what was wrong with them, but they came down here and starting some mess. Okay, they was plotting and doing all kinds of crazy things. They was trying to take over the world and stuff. It's crazy, y'all. But that's where we get into like the fallen angels and really get into a lot of things when we go into the book of Enoch, and you can kind of see what was really going on. Okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. I know I went off like I always do. You know, I just like to share things that come to me off the top of my head. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, you guys. Thank you.